I joined Duqathon my sophomore year as a participant, and then I joined exec my junior year. So it's been about a 3-year commitment, if you will. But I spent 2 years planning the event, and I've had a really good time. And then I joined because I've always had an affinity for healthcare, and I've really, enjoyed interacting with people in a hospital setting. My grandpa was in the hospital in and out all throughout my life, so that was one of the reasons that I enjoyed joining this organization. And then one of the kids that I babysat for, he spent a good majority of his youth going in and out of children's for different things. So seeing him develop and advance has been a good opportunity and why I'm doing this. Definitely, I feel like size. We've definitely increased in size over the last 3 years. I remember going my sophomore year, and because of COVID, they couldn't have that many people, so there might have been 20 people at a time for 1 hour. And now that restrictions have kind of loosened up, we've had about last year we had, I want to say, 400, 500 people register, and then we've had about 300 or so come to the event. So there's definitely been major growth, and then even financially, and the amount that we fundraise has grown exponentially throughout those 3 years too. So all around growth. I would love to see more people attend in the years to come, and even grow more in what we can give to the Children's Hospital. It's definitely a lot of work. There are about 4 other people on my team who helped me plan this event, and honestly, I could not do it without them, and the entire exec board as a whole. But it all we start really cracking down in January, so pretty much this whole semester we plan the event. We start with a timeline, we get ideas of the activities we want, and the theme, which this year was Olympics, has a lot to do with what we do at the event. And because of the event's size last year, we took a lot of critiquing and what worked, what didn't work, and that was a big part of what went into planning the event this year. Just taking a lot of way in activity wise, and then bringing in some new things that we thought people would enjoy. I think that I definitely have a different perspective than the participants, but from what I could see, everyone seemed to have a really good time. The kids definitely had an amazing time there, which honestly is just the biggest thing that you could want. A lot of them stayed until the end, which was amazing. And I think when the kids have fun, the students have fun. The football players who came, they had a really good time, and then I know some of my friends who came, they stayed the whole time and they really enjoyed it. A lot of big games like the dodgeball, tug of war, we did ships and sailors, those things to keep people engaged really kept morale up, and I think everyone had a good time. But from my end, it's a little stressful when things go wrong, and I won't lie that, the scheduling can, conflict, and it can be a lot, but at the end of the day, we all had a really good time, and I think it makes us better, just being able to think quickly on our feet and being able to handle situations like that and have fun while we're doing it is the whole reason why we do it, and it's all for a good cause, so it's all worth it in the end. I think that communication and delegation definitely has a lot to do with it because it's a pretty large scale event. I know that throughout the year we have some difficulty, like anyone, with communication and making sure that everyone's in the loop because it's hard with the little things. But when you have a group, as big as ours, and you have about 18 people on an exec board, it's really important to get everyone's input on certain things, especially things that affect everyone. So definitely communication is a big one, and then delegation. So if you have something big, having people to break it up to, and we each delegate to our teams pretty well. So I think we have that down to a science.
One more question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your last year at Duquesne? Do you have a job lined up after?
Yes, this is my last year, and after graduation, I'll be working as an inventory analyst at Target's headquarters. So I'm really excited about that, but sad to leave. I think the biggest thing that I learned was honestly like just the simple things like organization, like time management, like stuff like that. Being able to think on my feet, as a business person and someone who will work in the business world, I think those are really important. And even though it is more of a healthcare club and organization, I think that I've been able to tie in a lot of the skills that I've learned throughout the 4 years of my classes into this club and been able to make it work logistically, which is why I love the position that I have, because I'm supply chain management major. So I think lean manufacturing, things like that, honestly, as stupid as it sounds, tie in to what I'm doing now. So honestly, I don't think I could do it without the background that I have. And then the thing that I'll miss the most, memory-wise, I'm trying to think. Probably all of it, but this year we had this recap video from that we played at the event, and we did this torch passing, and I don't know why that it was just so touching to me, and I don't know, I got to be a part of it and run in at the end to start the event, and I think I'll just miss those little things like that. And the kids who come, they're so adorable, and we do it for them, so I'm gonna miss seeing them.